Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Drew here from Lone Fox, and I have been MIA. I know. If you did not see my community post, which I do share community posts every now and then on my channel, which is kind of like a little section. I actually honestly don't even know where it goes on your guys' feed. I shared a community post letting you know that I was actually filming an exciting project over the past couple of weeks. I actually got the incredible opportunity to make over 3 people's spaces who lost their homes during the fire. And of course I had to move forward with that opportunity, and so I've been working on those makeovers. They are all done, and now I'm in the editing phase, and because I'm so controlling of how everything looks, I am doing it all myself, of course. First episode should be out on the 27th, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Today we're talking about the new collection from IKEA, and this was actually not a video at all I was planning on filming, and to be totally honest with you guys, I've kind of been like a little bored of IKEA. I have been a little bored of my what's new at IKEA videos, or even my IKEA hacks. They've been just a tad bit boring. There hasn't been fun items to work with lately at IKEA, and when I saw that they released this new Stockholm 2025 collection, I was pretty shocked that what I was looking at was IKEA from the photo. So I actually went to the store myself and I previewed almost everything. They had a lot of it out at my local IKEA, which was really cool, and I was able to look at so many other pieces, and I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on these. I've always felt like IKEA has potential to make their pieces, or some of their pieces, better than they are. Like, I'm like, why didn't you just tweak this the tiniest bit? Why didn't you make this print like not as bright? It would have been a little bit better. However, the price point definitely falls in line with that. This is a little bit more of an expensive collection. So what I thought I'd do today is actually browse through the website, gonna share with you guys my thoughts and opinions on the new items, share with you everything new from the Stockholm 2025 collection, and also pop in all the footage that I filmed at the store to give you guys like an actual look and more of a visual from not the website, like not a photograph. This will be like a real visual from the store. I tested out some pieces, I sat in them. Okay, I have to make sure to screen record because last time I did a video like this, I forgot, and that wasn't great. When I Googled it, this rug here actually seems to be one that like people are really liking a lot from the collection. It looks like online there's 85 items, but maybe the collection actually has like the colorways are counted as individual items. And I guess I'm just gonna start kind of at the top here because the sofas were kind of the first thing I noticed. And I sort of want to start off first with this one here. This is just, everything's called Stockholm 2025, so I don't really know how to differentiate this from the next in terms of title. This sofa, I was pretty shocked to see this was from IKEA. There's something about this that really feels very Crate and Barrel, but then again, I also feel like, look at the price point. It's $1,899. It also definitely has a little bit more of that Crate and Barrel price point. This sofa was really comfortable. I loved how plush it was, and I also really liked the wooden frame at the bottom. It's really squared off, which I personally love in a sofa, and I also just like the simplicity of the color. However, there is another sofa from the collection, which is this one here, 3-seater sofa. It comes in 4 different colors, and they had 3 of them on display at the store. They actually had the 3-seater, the 2-seater, the 4-seater, and the ottoman. So they had all the pieces. A lot more elevated than pieces I'd seen there in the past. Even though this is not like an elevated sofa, it just has like a simplicity to it, and the fabric as well, I feel just looks really nice on this piece. I think this even might be modular, so you can like build. Oh yeah, look, it is a modular system, so you can add pieces to it to make it however large you'd like. I would probably go for the dark brown. I feel like it hides a lot more of the upholstery kind of imperfections. There's definitely this sort of puckering on the arm here that I noticed, which you're gonna see in the clips in person too. Just kind of make it not super luxe. And so I feel like the dark brown version of this sofa kind of hides that a little bit more. It's not as prominent. But something I loved, actually all of them in, was the ottoman. I thought that the ottoman looked so good. So if you're gonna opt for any of them, oh, and they also have this sofa in the boucle as well. I feel like I've touched softer ones, and you can again kind of see like the rippling here on the arm. It is very comfortable, so that is something else I can give it. Rolled back. It's also so comfortable, which I'm so shocked by because I think IKEA sofas are so not comfortable, and this is great. Comes in a bunch of variations. I also just got back from Coachella like 1 hour ago, so that's why I'm wearing these bracelets. It was super comfortable. I would totally sleep on this couch. Okay, to be honest, this one here, the Stockholm sofa, I did not see this one there, but that to me for $2,500, I'm not obsessed with that silhouette or the color. I mean, I like the color. I just don't love how The cushions don't look super fluffy. This table lamp for $70, it comes in 2 patterns. I actually really enjoy the pattern on this lamp and I love the silhouette. I do think I like the yellow one a little bit more, so that's probably the one I would opt for. However, the pattern is not bad on this lamp. I think the shape of it's really nice, and because it's such a busy pattern and it's like a smaller scale light, you don't see too much of that pattern, so it's kind of like a little dose of like a pop in your space, you know? But they definitely use this print in other things. I think they did like curtains in it and some throw pillows, which I personally don't like in this print, but I do think the table lamp looks really nice. But I love the yellow table lamp. It literally says a 100% sun yellow linen. I actually did see the bench with the pad, and this one was one I was kind of indifferent on. I also think this would be a really nice piece to use kind of almost as a coffee table. Like you can add a tray to the top, you can put books on top, and it has that leather and wood mix. You can see from the side here, it also has that kind of nice joinery detail right on the corner, which adds a little bit more interest. I feel like online, it looks a little bit better than it did in person. Some really cool pieces in this row here. I actually love this woven chair. I think this chair is one that I will want to incorporate in a design. I don't know, there's something about it that has this very simplistic mid-century, it has this sort of like almost outdoor like lawn chair essence to it, but it's an indoor chair. I think the color is really, really nice. This kind of like beigey linen-y color matched with the light wood. Imagine too, it has to be semi-comfortable. This one I couldn't try out because it was up on a stand, so I wasn't about to climb up on it. I do really love this chair. It's one of my favorites from the collection for sure. And for $349, I also have to say that this chair here, I wish they had names. It's just called armchair. I also feel like the silhouette of this is definitely elevating the look of white boucle, because I feel like a lot of us know and have kind of felt that white boucle has been out for a while. However, this chair does a decent job at making it feel a little bit more fresh, which I like. I also really love the kind of cylindrical legs on this. This is something that you're gonna kind of see throughout the collection. I think this armchair is really, really nice. And I think for $349 as well, that is a great price. This looks like it should be like $550 even at like a Wayfair or something. Now, I don't know how much I can talk about the rugs from this collection because I actually have my own rug collection with June Laloy. And I will say, I think this rug style is really beautiful. I think the colors are great in it. It's probably not something I would go towards. It's a little too mid-century. I'm definitely one that leans a little bit more towards vintage rugs, but I think the style is nice. I do want to talk about some of like the case good pieces as well, like the cabinets and such. This is the cabinet with 2 doors, and it actually comes in this cool green colorway. It comes in oak veneer, and it also comes in the oak veneer, like the dark brown oak veneer. The thing I like about this cabinet is it actually has a key, which I think is a cool little element and adds like just that tiny little additional charming touch to an IKEA piece, which I feel like they normally lack sometimes, those little bits of charm. And so I like that little additional touch. I like the dark brown veneer. I think it looks really nice. It's something I would definitely opt for. And I also really like the oak veneer as well. I know a lot of people are kind of hesitant. They want something either darker or like really light. I think this is definitely like a nice medium, and it has a nice warmth to it. It's like a honey oak. Okay, and this right here, I saw 3 of these in person. The only one I didn't see is the rugs. There was actually none of the rugs at my IKEA. It's not like I didn't film them because I definitely would have. There was just none of them hanging. Even though this one says it's in stock, it definitely was not. I did not see it. I love the chair. It also comes in, again, that dark color, but the seat, I'd probably reupholster this. Like, it's a chair that I would buy, and for $225 to have to reupholster it, it'd have to be like an easy reupholstering. I think the rounded back is really nice. The cylindrical kind of arms that come down as well are really nice. And for IKEA, it just feels like an elevated silhouette and profile, I personally think, and clearly it's out of stock, so. And then over here on this side, these cabinets are really nice as well. I love the rattan on this Stockholm one, this cabinet with sliding doors. The rattan on this cabinet actually feels like real rattan. It doesn't feel like that kind of plasticky rattan or like a faux trying to look like rattan material. It is fully coated in the rattan. Like you can see on the top here, on the front, it has this really nice kind of trim around it as well. It's actually really substantial as well. And I like the scale of it. Like it feels like a larger sideboard, but not super, super wide. And then for this one here, the glass door cabinet, I don't know myself when I would ever use something like this, but I do really like how they, ooh, this is pretty. See, now this inspires me to want to use this photo here. And now that inspires me to want to use this as like a bar cabinet. I would totally consider this. And for $3.99, that is not awful as like a bar cabinet. I'm just never a humongous fan of glass myself, but I will say that the miter joints and like all the little wood trims and like the oak veneer, it looks really nice on this cabinet. This rug, I'm not obsessed with that rug print. Not my favorite. So let's just roll on. This is the ottoman I was talking about, you guys, the poof. Because of how tight the little corners are here, I don't mind the puckering as much as I do on the sofa. I feel like on the ottoman, it kind of feels a little bit more stylistic and like a ruching detail. And I like this in every color. Like, I think it looks really nice in all the different colorways. Ottomans are hard. Like, they're either super expensive or they're really, really cheap and they're not very great. You're able to pull the like cover off as well and wash it if you want to, which is nice, but it also can pair nicely with so many like vintage furniture pieces. Another one of the storage pieces from this collection, I love, love, love the low profile of this. Again, the styling is like coming in so good on these photos. Like this behind the couch, love that. It's giving me ideas for wanting to put this behind a sofa if I needed something of the sort. And something else I really liked about this table too were the kind of exposed dowels here, like the legs, they pop up and come out of the top. I love how they styled this with like that black base and the flowers and the big piece of art, how it's like a low sideboard. It looks so expensive in this photo, but so for $3.49, this is absolutely something I would consider. Okay, these two items over here, the lamp itself, there actually is a floor lamp and a table lamp version of this. This is a floor lamp version, and the thing that's great about this lamp is the base is actually marble, the shade is linen, and then the base of it is brass. So you have really nice like materiality in this lamp, and for $129, I feel like that is a good price. And it also has a nice like streamlined silhouette, but I do like how the base is marble, because if you have that exposed, it's not like an ugly base, has a little nice kind of pretty look to it. So I do like this floor lamp, and it also does come in a table lamp version. This one, to me, I'm not obsessed with this. I do like it, but it's not my absolute favorite. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this one. It's not like it's bad, but it's not my favorite. This TV unit, it's pretty. I like this TV unit. I kind of wish it also came in the darker veneer as well. I think this also comes in a sideboard version, like where the base of it with the sliding doors is taller, so you can put like more plates and like bowls and serveware in there. This one's more of a media unit, so it looks like it has like holes drilled in it for media cords and stuff. But the thing I really like about this piece is I love the slab base. Like, I like how the legs on this are like really chunky and like a big chunky wood slab. And then it has this kind of plinth that goes across in the center as well, which adds a little detail. Yeah, this one right here, the sideboard version, it also is like that, where it sort of has this like plank style leg, and then it has that piece going across in the middle, which I think looks really nice. Throw blankets from this collection. I love this throw blanket. It comes in bright orange, green, and bright blue, and I love all three of these. Blankets kind of remind me of something that like Marnie would put out, like a really fluffy, those cardigans that they have. They have that same sort of essence, and there's something about these that I like. They feel very on trend for right now. Something else I love about these is they are a lot larger than a normal throw blanket. So they're 60 by 79, which I feel like normal throw blankets are like 40 by 60. These were the blankets I was looking for one of the projects I was working on, which I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And I was looking for like a bed blanket very similar to this exact blue one here. And when I saw it there, I was like, this is what I was looking for forever. But now they have them, and I think these are really nice, so I would definitely consider one of those. There's some chair options. We have the dining chair, which has the rattan back on it, and that's cute. I like the angled leg, feels very mid-century-esque. And then also the chair here on the left, which is just like the one-seater version of that velvet. Okay, so this one here is a table lamp version. Again, marble base. You have that marble base, which I love, and the linen shade. And this table is one actually Justin bought when we were there because it was perfect for a project he was working on. This one's like a side table on casters, and I like how they styled this almost as a little mini bar cart as well. This to me is giving so much like CB2 vibes. The wood grain looks so nice on this piece as well. And Justin and I were also saying that these cushion covers, I'm normally not a fan of IKEA's cushion covers either, but these ones were some of the nicest ones that we've felt. Like, it had a really nice feel to it. Sort of felt like an elevated soft wool material, and I don't hate the print in these. I don't think I love the green ones so much. I don't really like that blue pop in there, but I do like the orangey, like more warm toned one. I can see myself maybe using that on a sofa or something. I was pretty impressed by these. They kind of have like a Murano glass sort of Italian feel to them, which I love. And for the price point too, they are pretty great. They have a glass kind of fluting on them. They also come in multiple sizes. You can see here that there's a wider version and then there's sort of like a more narrow version, but I can see like 2 of these or 3 of these over like a kitchen island, the smaller one, or 1 of them over a dining table. And I feel like the glow is probably very, very beautiful that these give off. So you can see here that these are like glass little cylindrical sections that you add on. I think it could be cool to maybe take these glass tubes and color them in some way, like with alcohol inks or something, and make it more of like an amber glass chandelier or something. That'd be more of my vibe personally. I talked about this sideboard over here. I actually did not see this Stockholm table. I feel like this is an old table. Oh, it is. It has 326 reviews. That has been out for a while. I've seen that one. And then I also did see this pendant when I was there, and I liked this pendant. It has a little bit more of like a whimsy feel to it, but I could see myself using this in like a nursery space or like a breakfast nook if I want like that softness. Oh look, okay, the sideboard actually does come in the darker color, so maybe the media unit does come in the darker color too. There were 4 key vases that they kind of released from this collection, or decorative glass objects I should say, and the thing about these is I believe that they're all actually glass blown. Yeah, this one says it's created by a skilled glass blower, and you can tell because like this amber glass vase here is so beautiful. It has that natural sort of rippling to the glass, which I feel like you only get with like handmade glass pieces. And this blue bowl here, as well as another one of my favorites. I probably would opt for clear translucent glass ones first. I just love a translucent glass vessel, and I think that this one is so beautiful. This amber one is definitely something I'm going to be using. I actually purchased one while I was there because I didn't want it to sell out, so I got one of those vases. These curtains, we're not even going to talk about those. That's that print I was talking about. Like, what is that curtain? I'm so sorry. No, and I also really am not a fan of this ottoman either. Like, what is that print? This mirror, I was really loving this mirror. But check this out. It is a mirror, and I've said that so many times. It is a rounded, cornered, square mirror. Keep in mind, it's 36 inches, so it's 3 feet by 3 feet. That's a large mirror. You can also hang this as a diamond, like if you wanted to have a different silhouette to it, so keep that in mind. But it has oak veneer wrapped around the edge and then little brass tabs on the front. Like, I feel like so much thought went into this, even though it's like such a simple design. There's like little details that really enhance it. And for $179, this is a great, great mirror. This is probably one of my favorite pieces, and I feel like one of the most, not budget friendly, but one of the pieces that is more of a bang for your buck. Like $179 for this mirror is very, very large. Even in person, I was like, wow, that is a massive mirror. This little side table here too is another cute option. For $69, they have it in this black color, and then they also have it in like the lighter pine veneer. And I also noticed that these, I feel like, are very DIY-able. So if you wanted to do like some stripes with some painter tape on them, it looks like they have an outdoor chair. I don't think I saw this one when I was there. It's like a rattan flared boucle style, maybe outdoor chair. I don't know if this one's considered outdoor. They had a few brass pieces from the collection too. I actually only saw this little bowl set in person. I think the other 2 pieces were actually already sold out. It does have that slight bit of like over yellowy touch, which makes it feel a little bit more gold as opposed to brass. The little tea light holders here, these kind of like chunky ice cube ones, so, so cute. Like, I think if you have like a couple of these on hand for like dinner parties or just ambiance in the bathroom, whatever you want, like these are so cute. I love those. I also bought one of these trays for myself, the Stockholm 2025 tray, the 19 by 13. This for $29, I felt like I was getting such a bargain on this because it actually is a really, really nice like grainy oak tray. It has these little like rounded feet on the bottom that also add a cute touch. You can see them from the side, and I loved it, so that's why I ended up picking that up. I noticed some of the new dishware from the collection, which was in this really pretty brown speckled tone, and I think they have it in like the cups and plates and bowls. I think they have it in like everything, and I filmed some of it when I was there because I actually loved it. I didn't see any on display to purchase, like they might have already been sold out of the actual components to buy, but it is available all online though, so if you're curious, I think this colorway stunning. It has like a slight bit of red to it as well. But so you guys, we're reaching the very end here. We have just a couple more pieces at the end, and these are some of the dining tables and like sets from their collection, and I love these. I think this dining table here, I really want to do a DIY with this because I feel like we can do a really great striped dining table. And this one's an oak veneer, so we can go through, kind of sand it a little bit and give it like more of a personalized touch. But I will say that their oak veneer on these tables is so pretty. The grain pattern's so nice, and it also comes in this kind of elongated oval shape as well, which is another great style of table. I feel like whenever I'm looking for a table in this sort of silhouette, they always come across as far more expensive than $649. So definitely think this one's more of a bargain than the round table. And then the last few items are just kind of sets. Oh my gosh, so guys, I feel like I was talking forever there. I mean, I can tell I was. I think I was talking for like 50 minutes. I hope I'm able to edit in enough stuff to make it enjoyable for you guys to watch, but I actually just really wanted to share this collection with you because I was excited to see the direction of some of the new pieces from IKEA, because I would love to see more elevation from the brand. Like I really would. I think they can let me know in the comment section below if there's anything that piqued your interest from this collection, or if you have any thoughts on it, let me know as well. And if you have not already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos normally every single week. I normally do, but I've been off of the channel for like 3.5 weeks, and I apologize, but we are going to be back to regular programming very shortly, and I will catch you guys, I think, back actually this Sunday for a fun little makeover video. You'll just have to wait and see, so I'll catch you then. Bye guys.